Giddy up. We're back here at Redlands Bay. Issues with Telstra. Benny Moore hadn't paid the Telstra account. We've just had to sort that out. And we're back live, thanks to Benny's credit card. Didn't decline this time. On the mound for the Emus is Caleb Goodwin. This is a Mosa up for the Aotearoa, the Kiwis.
Love that word, it's pronounced different every single time.
I keep spelling it wrong. It'll be a good word in a spelling bee. He gets a walk and it's all happening. Anything can happen here in Redlands Bay, and it does, usually does. Camera angle's looking good, boys. And Stan, the cameraman, he's up on the tripod actually, just doing some adjustments. And thanks, Stan. He could do an injury to himself while he'd be careful, mate. All right, Allsworth in the box here for the Aotearoa. Go around the diamond here for Disco Emus. In the battery with Caleb Goodwin is Nathan Howarth. Nathan's off to Clarendon College in Region 5 come August. And over at first base is Blake Gooding. And they go for a pick-off, throws it away, Balake's after it, Balake picks it up. Jeez, we could go to war, Balake. Thank you for tuning in. I think we've got more viewers here than what was at the Oakland A's game over in the US. Bad times happening there. And that crowd count doesn't include the freebies. Or it does include the freebies, maybe. Caleb Dools. Oh! And where'd that pitch come up on the pitch tracker? It's off the screen, that one. 83 miles an hour and it's missed. Okay, Allsworth. Not sure if he's digging in for this pitch after that last one. It wasn't chin music, it was more a foot above the scalp music. Nice pitch, 82 miles an hour and it misses on the inside. And this plate umpire looks a bit familiar. Oh, fucking me, it's Mark Stone. Good to see him back. And strike there on Allsworth, and rightly so. And where's pitch tracker got that? Oh yeah.
I don't think Mark likes people leaving the box early.
No, he doesn't. Anyway, he's Allsworth was a little bit slower out of the box there on his walk down to first base. Back-to-back walks here from Goodwin, and that brings Southey up. And we've got a chat here from Feathers Harris, the crow eater. He's heading out onto the diamond to have a chat, and might be saying, listen fellas, can you guys hurry this up a little bit? I've got to do some fishing this afternoon maybe. Maybe he might have a gym appointment. Might need to go and...
He's talking in the seminar.
Go and lift some iron. He's talking in the seminar.
Yeah, it's right, seminar.
It's unusual for Tony. He's normally pretty shy when it comes to talking.
Guest speaker. He probably has to prepare for that.
Oh, okay. He's prepping for some public speaking this afternoon, this evening. And Mark Stone goes out. He says, boys, I've got some fishing to do at the end of this game. Hurry up.
I'm sure Mark requested diamond too.
He did, because he thought he did. He didn't like my commentary on him. Yes, he did. Well, there's a challenge. Now, unlike the last umpire who's booked in for his LASIK surgery in a couple of months, Mark had his done 6 months ago. So he should be pretty good now. Southie takes one on the inside corner that was called the ball. And yeah, rightly so. It's the same spot that he called a strike on a couple ago. But, or you haven't refreshed the screen. No, well, you have, okay. Oh, chin music. Southie went very close to getting his little goatee shave then. So you're watching the 20s Aotearoa versus the Disco Chooks. Now, in the fair dinkum department, this has got to be a highlight game. We're probably looking at the gold medal game here, but you'll, mind you, the Blue Sox they've turned it up and they've come here to play, and so have the Bull Sharks. So it's runner goes, swing and a miss, but Moses steals. Allsworth stays on first, and we got runners on the corner. Catcher Howie. Giving a few signals there. Oh, Blake Gooding whistling. Runner goes. Oh, hit by pitch. Wow. Well, we got back-to-back walks and a hit by pitch, which has loaded the bases up with no score here. And Caleb Goodwin just struggling. Umpire Mark Stone checking on the welfare of that batter that just got hit. And yes, we do apologise. Our stream is back up now that we've paid the Telstra bill, and we do apologise. I got this one. Yeah.
For all 5 people out.
All right, Kim at the plate. 82 miles an hour out of the hand there from Goodwin. All right, there's only one out here with the bases loaded for the Aotearoa. Tony Harris hasn't quite hit the panic button, but he would be concerned. There's an infield fly. Has to be. Oh, called it early, and Mark Stone's got it right. And Mosa tags up on the infield fly and scores. Brings Ledger up. And we have 2 outs here. Runners on first and second base for the Aotearoa. I'll have to Google what that means, this team name. Some sort of a Kiwi animal?
It's the Kiwi name for New Zealand.
Is it? Oh, well, there you go. It's not an animal then, it's just a Kiwi name for a couple of islands that are above sea level.
3 islands in New Zealand.
3, sorry. Is there? Oh, oh.
Stewart Island.
Stewart, North and South, okay.
Yeah. Everyone forgets about Stewart.
Stewart, okay. All right. Ledger's throwing 83 miles an hour. Not Ledger. Goodwin. Goodwin throwing the Ledger. Now, I was expecting the haka at some stage over the week, maybe before the gold medal game, Jace. You think they might put on the haka
I hope
for us?
so.
Well,
Be awesome.
it would be, or the I lost my car keys dance, one of the two.
Cup of tea, cup of tea.
Cup of tea, cup of tea. Well, there's a game on up the back diamond, but we're going to concentrate on this diamond. We'll try and give you progress scores from up the back and around the grounds. It's a fair dinkum department. This is the main game today, so we will be concentrating on this New Zealand v Emus game. I know there's a walk, and that loads them up again. So that's Ledger walks, and Coyote comes round as a left-hander, gives a little salute to the umpire, and Mark Stone says, just get in the box and hit, mate. I don't want none of that funny business. There's a strike. Trying to work out what happened there. He was a check swing and it hit the bat, so strike one on Coyote. He wasn't sure he is crowding the plate, so counts even at one, and the score is 1-0, and important out here for Goodwin. There's a fly ball, and over there Matsukiyama is under it. Has he got it? He's got it, and great catch by Matsukiyama for the disco chooks, and that's one run has scored to the Aotearoa, and we will have the Emus lead off. Macintosh Walsh, the shortstop, will be up with you shortly.
How many was that? Pictures. Sorry, just.
31.
Well, the hamburgers are great here at Redlands Bay. Only one thing wrong with them, no beetroot. We'll have to have a word with the president about the no beetroot on the burgers.
Get a crowd rolling.
Yes, mate. It's all happening here at Redlands. Kai Macintosh Walsh, the shortstop, comes up to the plate. And Kai used to play state league for the Central Coast before they folded a few years ago. And he now commutes down to Sydney to play. Not sure what club he's with down there. But he is playing state league in Sydney. On the mound here for the Aotearoa is a fella named Smith. Correct?
Yep, correct.
He's throwing 79 mile an hour there. As McIntosh Walsh fouls that one off. Swinging a Birdman bat by the look of it, McIntosh Walsh. High fly ball to right field, and it's gone fair. McIntosh Walsh has got wheels. He's rounded two. There's extras. He's going to get himself a stand-up slippery for the Disco Emus. Lead off stand-up slippery nipple. Brings the boy from MacArthur, Blake Gooding, up to the plate. And Kim, the catcher for the Aotearoa, is giving out some signals. Play one, don't worry, hold runner, play one maybe. Gooding takes ball one. Takes ball two. Now watching, just want to watch the swing of Blake. I've been following his hands and swing for a couple of years. Swing and a miss there from Blake. It's funny, if you've got a little bit of a hitch, it's called a hitch. If you hit the ball, it's called a trigger. So if you miss it, it's a hitch. If you hit it, it's a trigger. Oh, and he's pulled the trigger on that one. He's triggered it. Balake Gooding's rounding one. He's on his way to two, and he is a stand-up Barney Rubble there for Gooding. And he certainly pulled the trigger on that one, boys.
Well, 93 mile an hour off the bat.
Sadamitsu, the left fielder, comes to the plate. He's got a runner in scoring position, that's Gooding. And I can just say the crow eater, Tony Harris, in the dugout was a little bit animated with that hit. We heard a few cheers. Smith deals and misses on the outside corner. 80 miles an hour.
There's two Japanese players in the Emus that flew in from Japan.
Well, there you go. Flew in from Japan for this tournament. Believe this is one of the boys. And Smith dismissing there. Oh, they're just checking in on Gooding. Been a little bit cheeky. And they thought, we'll just get you back on second, son. Fair dinkum department, boys. I've been looking forward to this game all morning. The highlight game here at the World Series, the Down Under World Series, here on Diamond One. Sadamitsu takes a strike. And there's his chop one. Howarth's all over it. And another run scores. So McIntosh Walsh has come home and Gooding's come home. And Sadamitsu gets his way to second base. Now the next name I'm going to struggle with all day. Matsuyama, the right fielder. And Matsuyama, the right fielder. And the Emus have put 2 runs on. And well, look, shout out now to our scorers who are keeping up with this game. They're doing a brilliant job. Ball misses outside. Oh, hard hit ball up the guts. And there's a Lara Bingle for Matsuyama. He hits a single and advances the runner, which will bring to the plate a chap we were chatting about earlier in the day, Tyler Spiteri. Tyler, Ethan Treble, who was here a little bit earlier, and also we're told today Jai Burns, who is base coaching down at first base. All 3 of them off to Frank Phillips College to play college baseball. They've all been booked a ticket through Ben Moore and Down Under Travellers, and congratulations to all 3 of them. But Tyler's in the box, and let's see what Tyler can do. As Smith just checks in on the runner, just to hold him on. 2-run ball game now, 2 runs to 1. As Tyler swings through that. Curveball by Smith. And that evens the count. We've got no outs here, and we've got runners on the corners. Interesting scenario happening. Strike on the outside corner low on Spiteri. Pitch track has got it. Oh,
Right there.
right there. Thanks Andy, who's operating the pitch track. 71 miles per hour and a spin of 1,750 spin rate per minute. Tyler grounds to shortstop and gets an RBI. That's a ground ball to 6. Does his job. He'll take it out for a run any day of the week. And today is Wednesday, hump day. We've got a mini weekend, a day off tomorrow. If you're sort of heading fishing, doing whatever. As just trying to work out who this bloke is in the box. It's the catcher, Nathan Howarth, who was also bound in August to Region 5 JUCO baseball in Texas. Lost a few pounds, this fellow, as did the batter before him. I think he's lost a few as well, Tyler. It looks like Nathan's been working hard. Oh, Kim's had a go. He's had a go to hold Matsuyama on, and he's nearly got him. Bit of excitement there, boys.
Very athletic by the second baseman.
Second baseman Kyoki. I say there must be a few Japanese boys in this lineup. Imagine if I was a commentator in Japan. I don't think I could do that. I think I'd struggle for some reason. And shout out to everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying the stream. If you don't like it, well, you can always just flip back over. How many were there? 23? You always just flip back over and listen to Siri call the game. And 25 viewers now. Well, welcome to everyone there. Howarth, the catcher, takes a strike. Because Howie's played his junior ball out of Cronulla. I want to say Giants Baseball Club. I might be wrong. A native of the Shire. And Howie's rung up by plate umpire Mark Stone and brings Napier up to the box. We've got 2 outs now and we do have a runner on third base in a 3-1 ball game in favour of the Disco Chooks. Now, Nathan Howarth, who just struck out, he has had a bit of experience. I believe he's represented Australia in a Cal Ripken World Series. Would that be right?
Yes.
Yes, that's right. Cal Ripken World Series in Branson, Missouri. Well, there's a hit. Napier's hit one out to the fence. He's on his bike for a stand-up Barney Rubble, and he scores a run. Gets an RBI. And good on young James. That brings Jesse Toon up to the plate. And Toon is the third baseman today for the... Oh, he's hit a chopper to the shortstop, trying to beat it out, and he hasn't beaten it out, but he's caused an error, and everyone gets an extra bag. And Napier comes home and scores.
Napier, another Cronulla junior.
That he is. He's got a bit of... Did he play in the World Series? No, just... Yep.
Runs a pretty quick 60.
Runs a quick 60.
6.5.
It is. It's James Napier?
James.
6.5. Well, there you go. There might be some colleges out there listening in or tuning in. Shout out to those coaches that might be watching in.
Boy, he is looking for a college. So.
Okay, I saw, this is Aotearoa. He's not Japanese, is he? No.
Canberra.
Okay, the boy from Canberra with the Disco Emus. It's got a bit of a blowout already here, 5-1 in favour of the Emus. And oh! Well, that came down the line and hit. I saw a bit of chalk come up a couple of metres in front of the bag. Well fielded. It was very well covered by Ledger. Showed to field that just in fair territory. He's definitely moved correctly. Well, up here at Redlands, we learn some new baseball. You learn something about baseball all the time, boys. Every day you learn something new.
Yep.
You know what I learnt today?
What'd you learn?
Oh, the pitcher's on the plate in a set on the rubber and he drops the ball. It's not a strike.
Got a ball.
Not a balk. Sorry, not a balk.
So is that true?
I don't know, but I saw it. It must be true.
I saw
Must
it.
be. Well, saw it happen. You saw it happen. Anyway, yeah, it's not a strike, that's for sure, but it is a balk. I don't know if they have to be in a set. I think they just have to have their foot on the rubber.
Foot on the rubber.
Foot on the rubber and drop it, that's a balk. There you go. You learn something every day in baseball. The umpires aren't supposed to convene in between innings. Half inning, full inning. News to me, but apparently it's recommended they don't talk to one another. Oh, he's struck. Aotearoa. The 9-hole hitter has rung up. by Mark Stone. It's in the zone. We have a 2, 4, 5 run to 1 scoreline and the Emus are in front. You want to swap? I'll do the camera and you do commentary. You can't see it, mate. You can't see it. There he is down there. There you go. No, still can't see him. There he is. Come on! Well, we're back at Redlands and very entertaining afternoon of baseball. Some funny things have happened here over the last few days. And up the bat is Kyoki, the second baseman for the Aotearoa. And he's ripped the first pitch out to left field and he gets a base hit and does what was deserved to happen to that pitch. A single. Brings Wild Boar up.
Next one. That was Wild Boar just hitting in.
Well, that was Wild Boar. Got it wrong. Wild Boar hit a single. And I stand corrected. Kalachan. Kalachan's in the box. And there's a strike called on him. We had a little bit of trouble in an earlier game. We had a player with, I think he had 68 on his back, and he was listed as 89, and the coach must have been, or he's listed as 98. The coach must have been hanging upside down out of a tree when he wrote the number down, because he wrote the number upside down, and confused the scorers. And to that under 16s coach, I can't really name the bloke, right? But, yep. I had the scorers worrying who this kid was, and the number was, upside down. All right, Kalachan gets a strike called on him on the outside corner. That's up. Leave that alone. Kalachan. That's another thing about these lineups, these cages. I can't read half these lineups, boys.
It must be doctors.
Must be, they're doctors. Oh, he's rung him up. Yeah, chainsawed him out of here. There you go. That wasn't a bad little chainsaw, that. I think he was starting a, I want to say, he might have been starting a chainsaw, might have been a whippersnipper. He sort of like gave that a real pull, right?
Mate, he was right into that.
I think if that was my whippersnipper, he would have broken the cord on it.
I think he didn't pull a muscle.
Russell, the lead off. Up to the Aotearoa. He flew out to centre field his last at bat. And was the first out of the game. He's obviously looking to get himself on here. Caleb Goodwin's throwing consistently 83, 84 mile an hour. Oh, well, let's look at the stat tracker of that there. Oh, yeah, not much
Just
in there.
outside.
Yeah, well, just. Goodwin deals. That one's dead over the plate, and Russell swinging and missing that. Russell draws a walk. Brings Amosa up. Amosa's 0 for 0 today. He walked at his first at bat. And hit him from the left side of the box, or the left-hander side of the box. Very civilised here at Redlands. Canteen and bar open.
Of course, you realise why he's got the number 2 on his jersey.
Yeah, what was that?
Because his first name's Tui.
Oh, okay. Tui. Tui Amosa. I didn't know that. That's why he's got number 2. Well, the tech guys are helping me out, and I do thank them, and the scorers. They're doing a great job. Swing and a miss by Amosa. Well, Ben Moore done it again. He's announced a college recruit up here from this tournament, a second one. Alexandro Ranieri was announced yesterday, and today Jai Burns has committed to a college in the USA, and we wish Jai all the best for his future in baseball. Sue, if you're listening in, shout out to you. Definitely missing you. I saw Mark last night. He's doing well. All right, Allsworth's on deck, and Aotearoa got to pull some runs back here. They're down 5-1. This is interesting. Runners on first and second base. There's a fly ball to the left fielder, Sadamatsi, who takes the fly and gets it into the shortstop, McIntosh Walsh. And that's the second out of the inning. And the runners stay put. Brings Allsworth up. Allsworth is the first baseman for the Aotearoa. Ooh. 86 miles an hour from Goodwin there, high and in, and Allsworth is 0 for 0. He walked at his last at bat. It's a high fly ball. Matsuyama is under it in right field, and Matsuyama takes the catch. Wind got a little bit of it, but not all of it, and he managed to adjust. Track that ball well, Matsuyama. That completes the top of the second inning. No runs added. And the Emus leading 5-1.
I didn't realise that's what I want. I mean, I knew you're talking about.
Well, we're back here at Redlands Bay and the breeze is coming in beautifully. Disco Emus. And Macintosh Walsh, the lead off.
First pitch there.
Goes after the first pitch. It's flown out to Russell, the shortstop. Oh, here's our good mate, Blake Gooding up. And geez, Blake hit a Barney Rubble at his first at bat. He's 1 for 1 in this game. Lays off the curve and it's a strike. Now Blake, phenomenal player out of the Macarthur region of Sydney. Let's see if he pulls the trigger on this one. Oh! Oh, I thought he was turning round and running at the mound. Crikeys. Hit by pitch.
What do you get a stat on how many hit by pitches we've seen?
Oh, mate, it's been out of control. Wonder if Kim called that, we'll find out. Sadamatsu just gives another salute to plate umpire Mark Stone, and Mark Stone's his kid in the box, son. We'll leave that stuff out of the game. Mark Stone calls time, and Smith gets set. Blake Gooding. Oh, gee, just got back. Cameraman, Stan. Good coverage, mate. Stan, the cameraman, got over there and we saw that live. Oof. All right. Sadamatsu. In the box hitting. They're looking at Gooding. Oh, that was mighty close. Put a tag on the top of his helmet. I don't know if his pink glove was down or no, he's got one of those oven mitts on. Maybe that saved him. Maybe that little bit of extra couple of inches in the oven mitt saved him and he was safe. But, it's interesting now. They've thrown over and then they've half quick pitched. Interesting stuff here. Maybe Kim might be getting warned about that quick pitch. Well, we've ordered some stuff from the canteen, but I don't see it on the way here. Might have to go up and see what's happening.
Maybe the Uber driver's gotten lost on the way. Breaking ball.
All right, the Emus, Sadamatsu, they're going after Gooding. Geez, that was close. He's not rooting the pick off Gooding, and I think they might get him in a minute here if they keep it up. Smith deals, misses low. All right, full count. What's Gooding doing at first base, boys? Is he going to steal?
I had to put money on it. I'd take it.
Oh, there's a ground ball to
Mine.
third base, and he should have stole because he would have broken that double play up, and that's a double play. So Matsui Sadamitsu hits into a double play, and that concludes where we're at.
Today or tomorrow?
31 plus what, about 17 or something?
Goodman is 51.
51, thank you.
Massive. All right, we're back at Redlands, and the Redlands Rays. And what a great ball club they put it on here. And this is Southie swinging on that one. All right, Goodwin's into his third inning of work by the look of it. And
Where do you water from, mate? Where do you water from?
water.
He knows.
Goodwin deals. Misses high and up and in. A little bit of cloud cover here at Redlands Bay. And Southie gets a walk. Oh, righto. Well, thank you. Thank you.
You didn't want to eat?
Well, yeah, mate.
Can you take this stuff off and bring it to the Aotearoa when you're done? Yeah. After this game? Yeah.
Bring it where?
To the hotel.
Oh, righto. Thanks, Benny. Hey, good man.
You need to get them yourself. The bloody boss won't let us get alcohol on the tab.
Oh, there's a hit over the shortstop, and that's Kim, the catcher. Oh. Okay, all good. He hits a single, Kim. And Southie's got the third off that hit, which brings Ledger up. Yeah, there's a few good things out here at Redlands Bay. One of them's the hamburgers with no beetroot and the meat pies. And the lemonade's not too bad. It's nice and cold.
Pink lemonade for a pink day?
It is, it's pink lemonade. Oh, amber. You know, close to pink. Yeah, this is the thing everyone's been waiting for all week. We're going to open the chat room later in the week. And for those of you listening in, right, you're all on a smartphone. You've got to hit some certain coloured buttons on your smartphone. You've got to download an app and hit some buttons, and you'll get through into a chat room where you can live chat while the game's on. And the banter in that live chat room, well, last time we opened it up, we had a bloke from Long Bay Jail ring in. I didn't even know they had mobile phones in Long Bay. The felon, we called him. There's a Ledger in the box. He was checking in on Kim. Now, we're using this rule where the catcher doesn't have to run. He gets a courtesy runner. So well, I can tell you, this bloke over on first would be a lot faster than Kim. And see this rule played in softball. Haven't really seen it played in baseball, especially when there's no outs. So it's maybe just a courtesy thing. You're a catcher, you don't have to run. Oh wow! Double plays on, and Jesse turned Blake Gooding, turn a double. Ledger, line drive to Jesse Tune. How did Stan the cameraman go on that one?
Too quick for him.
Too quick for Stan the cameraman. This brings Keoki up with 2 outs. Well, there's a big swing by Keoki. Ground ball to Gooding, who makes the 3rd out of the inning. And we'll be back with you shortly.
How many for Caleb? Security?
What's happening?
65.
Scorebook view, you know. That doesn't update live. Oh, dude.
He's swinging for the fences.
Swung out of his shoes on it.
Hey,
Big exhale.
Matsuyama. Another swing. It's in the clean-up hole. Well, one out there was Tyler Spiteri. He's up to bat. like he's sporting a brand new pair of pants, maybe for Pink Day. Swung through that one. As Kim throws the ball away. Well, we've got one out here. Bottom of the third inning. And we're 1 hour into this game. Exciting game. Oh, there's another chainsaw. A little bit smaller one. I'll say it might have been like a hedge trimmer. It's just like something with a little cord.
Maybe you realised halfway through it was actually battery started. Gave up on it.
Oh, okay. Yes, yeah. Well, maybe he had the choke out and just started just for a little zip. But Nathan Howarth up. And Howie's the catcher for the Disco Emus. Two out here in the bottom of the third. On deck is Napier. And he didn't muck around in his last at bat. He hit a Barney rubble off the first pitch. So if Howie can get on, we could have a 2-out rally happening here. Howie takes that one. That was down Broadway. 76 miles an hour down Broadway. Well, the catcher Howie walks. Brings Napier up. Let's see what Napier can do. Oh, courtesy runner. Softball rule. Uh, 64. Let's work out who that is, the courtesy.
Foster.
It's the pitcher, Jacob Foster. What if his dad's up here? Or it's just him?
No, he can make it.
Couldn't make it. All right, Napier. He's looking for anything to hit, and where's that one?
Is that off the bat?
Still on it.
All right, for those of you who are here and watching in, don't forget the seminar commencement time this afternoon. What time would that be, Sam?
5:15.
5:15 over at the
Alex.
Alexandra Hotel in Cleveland. Oh, he's got him. Give it a bit of shake, come on. He
He's definitely going to pull.
punched him out on strike 2, but that's all good.
Warming up.
This is the sort of bloke that the meeting's at 5:30, you'd turn up at 4:30. you, mate. Hey, Mark, you go get us here.
Should have taken Diamond too, mate.
Yeah. You'll have to listen in. That's good, mate. Hey?
Forward to a bit of rounds and giga. Can you bring it around here?
Got a next. Oh, mate.
We've got another 2 days.
All right. Top of the fourth. And wild boar in the box. Oh, hit by a pitch. He's lucky he's wearing an elbow guard there. They should be illegal. The elbow guards, that is. Hit by pitch. Brings the 9-hole hitter, Galachan. And what was the exit velocity off that elbow guard? Do we got that?
Didn't track that one.
Well, here we go. The Aotearoa have got a base runner on.
That's good, nice.
77 miles an hour. And there's a little chainsaw. Brings Russell up. Russell fouls that one into his leg. Ball's fouled off by Russell. Russell's lined that out to Sadamitsu, who makes the catch. And that's the second out of this inning. A line drive out to the left fielder. Up is Amosa. Tui Amosa. He's walked and he's also hit a fly ball out to left field at his last at bat. So he's looking to get on base. Catches maybe giving him a little bit of banter. Not sure. Having a little bit of a chat. Yeah, well, trying to get a score update from that back diamond. Oh, Blake Gooding's calling everyone else off. Gooding makes the third out.
Oh, 66. 66. Pitching. Is that the only change? Is that it?
Well, he wanted to bring the pitcher in as the DH, but I didn't think he could do that.
No, you can do it the other way.
Yeah.
You'd ask me to do it. Doing the Otaani rule backwards.
All right, Jesse Toon, the third baseman, comes up to the plate. New pitcher, Jay Wildbore for the Kiwis. And Toon went round, and that's 2 strikes on him. That was Andrew Kelly, the umpire out there. Toon gets a base hit on a line drive out to Wildbore in right field.
Probably makes up for that previous strike call because it didn't look like he went around to me.
Oh, I beg to differ. I thought he went. Look, mate, he only went 2/3 of the way. Right? They didn't go around, he just went 2/3 of the way around. Oshia hitting in the 9 hole. Struck out at his last at bat. Well, these umpires are doing a fantastic job today. It's been a pleasure to sit here and watch them. Ground ball to, oh, he's out. Well, ground ball to Ledger. Ledger's pulled off a couple of good plays. Very good third baseman, and he's out on the replay. What's this bloke want? And he's called him going round again. Guy McIntosh Walsh. Well, that one I thought he didn't go, so we beg to differ. Yeah, cool. There's a ground ball to the second baseman, and Vance's Jesse turned to third base, and we've got Blake Gooding up with the runner on third base and 2 outs. So see if Blake can he's hit a fly, infield fly to the second baseman, and that was Kyoki who made that catch. Well, no runs added. We still have a 5-run ball game, 5-run to 1 ball game in favour of the Emus. 81.
Yeomans for 2. Gooding will go to third. Yeomans will go to first. Yep. Good.
You got a pitching chain? Yep. 35 into 75. Batting in the 8th slot. That's 5 to 3, 3 to 5. Cool.
Well, we've got a 5-run-to-1 ball game here at Redlands. Umpire Mark Stone has just signalled and just indicated to the scorers that there will be a pitching change. And have a look over. It's Romero is in for Goodwin for the Disco Chooks, and Holsworth is up to bat for the Kiwis. And Romero, oh, we'll have a look at that one on the pitch tracker. Oh, yeah, strike. He's got it right. He gets it right, mate. He's doing very well. That laser surgery he had on his eyes a few months ago is doing the trick. Joining me in the commentary is ground ball to Gooding, who's moved from first base over to third, and he throws one across the diamond to Emus and retires Allsworth. Now, joining me in the commentary is a good friend of mine, Mark Burns. How are you, Mark?
G'day, Andy. I'm well, thanks. Enjoying the Queensland sunshine.
It's been good, has it? You enjoying this tournament, the Down Under World Series?
Got to say, very impressive. The quality of baseball's been excellent. The crowds have been great, and Redlands Baseball Club have really put on a great facility for the kids.
It is. It's a bit of an eye-opener here at Redlands. There's a ground ball, Macintosh Walsh off his glove. It'll be an E6, and the Kiwis have a base runner on. And congratulations on your second son. I think it's your second son. Second son. He's committed to college.
Yeah, he's committed to Frank Phillip Junior College in Texas. A bit of a different pathway to Jake. Jake wasn't the best at school, but at least I can say that he's furthering his academic career as well as his baseball career. So, Mum Sue and I are, really, really proud of both the boys, and great to see Jai carving his own pathway.
So, they're your only two kids, those two. So you and Sue will be empty nesters, I guess.
Well, yeah, pretty much, yeah. But I'd like to see that they'll come home at some stage during the year and see Mum and Dad. If not, we'll have to go over there and annoy them.
Okay, as that ball's fouled off by Kim, the catcher. And for those who don't know that might be listening in, Mark's eldest son is in the Cardinals organisation as a catcher.
He is, that's right. He signed in 2019 as a 16-year-old. First year he got there and was sent promptly home when COVID hit, but recommenced in 2021 and then 2022, and this is his third season in the organisation.
Okay, and of course the Cardinals they've won. They're very much a powerhouse MLB organisation. They cover a lot of ground. If you look at where Bush Stadium is, and you look at the populations and the regions of the Midwest there, great stadium too, and a great organisation. And how many times, just on if you put it down to weeks, how many weeks would Jake, who's in that organisation, be in Australia compared to America?
It's about 50-50. His season typically runs from March to into September, so it's about 6 months. Although this year he was invited over early for just a pre-spring training camp, and that was great, considering that the summer season, not a lot of baseball for the guys back in Australia. They got the ABL. But it's good to get back early, get acclimatised to the weather, and get going.
Okay, we've got a base runner here out on second base for the Kiwis, and Kim the catcher. It's Southie out there on second. And that's a strike. We'd like to look at that on pitch cast. Oh, yes. Bottom corner. And I thought it was a bit further out, but pitch cast is never wrong. Might be a touch low. And there's a hard hit ball up the middle, and that's got through. That'll score one run. Southie rounds third. Oh, there'll be a play. No, there won't be a play. The throw not in time to get Southie. And Southie touches the plate. and scores a run, and brings one run back at least on a hit up the middle from Kim, and we got a courtesy runner for Kim as he's the catcher. Brings Ledger up, and Romero has got one out in this inning and a run has scored. Now, if you weren't here at baseball, Mark, where would you be?
Hopefully on the golf course when I'm not working, but Jake's away and Jai's up here, so I've got no golf partners, so I may as well come up here.
And how do you go at golf? Can your boys got the wood on you there, or?
Well, no, I'm pretty happy. I can still beat them. Only just Jai's pretty handy. They're both left-handers with the golf clubs, so they can't borrow my clubs, which I'm happy about. But yeah, Jai's catching me real quick. He just hasn't got that finesse around the greens yet. But that'll come, I'm sure. But Jake, we've both got him.
Okay, it's amazing. A lot of people in baseball that enjoy their golf, and why not? It's a great sport. Drives me nuts. I lose too many balls whenever I play. I hit it into the water, into the bunkers. Can never do much good. I got a bad slice, so you know.
Sounds like my boys. A lot of balls lost, bad slice.
It's the baseball for you right there, the bad slice on that golf course.
Yeah.
There's a swinging strike there, and umpire Mark Stone, he didn't have to think there. That was a strike. It was way outside on the strike cut. 83 miles an hour fastball that was outside, and 33 viewers, and we thank you all for viewing in. Hope you're enjoying or tuning in. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Whether you might be in Australia or over in New Zealand or in America. Got a few scouts here. Mark, have you noticed any of the scouts?
I have. It's good to see that they're seeing this tournament for what it is, and that's quality players playing quality baseball. So it's great to see them up here this week.
And the weather's certainly much better than Sydney at the moment.
Well, I've been up here for the week, so I'm not sure what it's like back home.
Very good. Are you just, going to the beach up here, or up here for fun, or?
I actually have to work while I'm here, but that's okay. That pays the bills, and let me tell you, with two kids that have been playing baseball all their life, the bills are quite hefty, so working while I'm here.
Kyoki. All right, wild ball was up as Kyoki hits a double on the last play, and Nathan Howarth just out to have a chat to Romero, who's being hit around just a little bit. Yeah, Mark, we talked to Ethan Treble a little bit earlier about the Little League World Series. You've been over to Williamsport with your eldest son and experienced it?
I have. In fact, I've been to two World Series. I've been to the Little League World Series and also the Junior League World Series, which is a lot different to the Little League World Series in terms of just the whole atmosphere and things like that. The Junior League World Series tends to be a lot more like you'd find here.
Yes.
But the Little League World Series is second to none. It's what they say, the hype, the ESPN, the way the players are treated, the way the players are mobbed. It's just phenomenal.
Yeah, it's like probably baseball in its rawest form, the Little League World Series.
Yeah, it is. And to think, the whole concept for Little Leagues around participation, and those kids, that they may not be the best of the best playing together, but as a team they come together, they get through their regional championships through to their national championships, and off to the World Series. It's just amazing.
All right, we've got another base hit there for Galachan. No, Shincho's in for Galachan. The scorers are just making the change, and Shinjo's batting in the 9 hole. Let's see if he can get on. So we have runners on the corners here, 2 outs, and a 5-3 ball game in favour of the Disco Chooks. Yeah, so the Junior League World Series up in Taylor, Michigan. Obviously, that's played, a week before the Little League, like in the calendar year?
Yeah, it is. We were hopping on a flight to come home and we were watching the Little League World Series at the airport. So, yeah, it's just a week, maybe 10 days beforehand.
And how'd you find Detroit? Did you visit the Ford Museum?
No, I didn't, but I did get to experience an NFL game. They were playing some of their pre-season games at, I think it's the Ford Stadium.
Yeah, okay, yep.
And obviously a couple of Detroit Tigers games, which was pretty exciting.
And that's a nice stadium in downtown Detroit, pretty much like the Bush Stadium, which is in downtown St. Louis. As the runner goes, and that's rung up on a curveball. Stat pitch tracker, let's have a look. It is, gets the bottom corner, and umpire Mark Stone doing a great job, and calling that hitter out. We'll be back with you very shortly. We're talking with Mark Burns, so stay tuned.
That's just a straight swap, yeah? 24 in for... Nine off, fielding 7, yeah?
Well, we're back here at Redlands, and Sadamatsu flies out. Which brings up Matsuyama. And we're talking with Mark Byrne, and Mark, I know you're enjoying it up here. Have you seen much of Ben Moore up here?
Every day. Can't go far without running into Ben. He's out and about and across all the diamonds. He's obviously talking to a lot of parents and making sure the kids are happy, talking to a lot of the kids as well. Ben's that sort of guy that he just puts himself into the baseball community at all levels, which is really good to see.
And have you had a lot to do with Ben over the years, or when did you first meet Ben?
Oh, I probably met Ben probably 3 years ago, I'm thinking now. It's interesting that if you look at what Ben does, and there's a number of third parties that offer services similar to what Ben does, particularly in the way of college recruitment, you've got different levels. You've got people that tend to specialise in the 4-year Div 1 space, but that's not where the majority of Australian kids are typically going to end up, or at least start their college career. The majority of kids are going to start in junior college. They're going to get to play a lot more baseball in junior college than they would in a Div 1 college. So it's a great pathway for the kids, and Ben's doing a tremendous job in getting Australian kids over there.
That he is, and we've just had the clean-up hitter for the Disco Emus draw a walk, and batter up now is Tyler Spiteri. And Tyler is 0 for 2 today, so he's due for a hit. And on the mound still is Wild Ball for the Kiwis. So, Mark, have you played any golf up here during the week?
No, I haven't. Corby Glover, who's coaching the senior Blue Sox team, said to me before we came up, make sure I take my clubs up, we'll get some golf in, mate. I said, yeah, rightio, Corby. Then he goes and decides he's going to coach a team instead, and he's dumped me, so no, I'm golfless.
Well, he dumped me. He was supposed to be the colour guy in the commentary, and he said, no, fuck that, I'll coach a team instead.
Oh, jeez, well, yeah. I know where my space is, and it's definitely not on the other side of the diamond where the players are.
Okay, we've got a strikeout and a stolen base by the look of it. So Spiteri's struck out, and stolen base, which brings Nathan Howarth up. And we were just mentioning a bit earlier about Nathan. Looks like he's been in the gym and trimmed himself down a bit in preparation for college.
Yeah, he's looking great, isn't he? That's the first thing I noticed when I got here as well, how good he's looking. And hard work pays off, because they're going to get flogged when they get over there, that's for sure.
Now, where's your eldest, Jake? Where is he today? In what part of America?
He's in Jupiter, Florida, which they've just wrapped up spring training, and they're just waiting their assignments for the season. So he's got a few days off, and he starts in earnest, I think, on might be even today or tomorrow.
Okay, now you get to watch any of his games on TV?
The Cardinals don't have any streaming of the Complex League, which he started in, or Single A, which he played in last year. So the only way we could see him was actually get over there and watch him for a couple of weeks, which we did in July. But the higher up you go in the organisation, the more the teams tend to invest in streaming and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, we find that with a bit of the colleges in the US. We're finding Game Changer has opened it up a bit. They put a camera up, and they may do the Game Changer camera, which is what people are tuned into now. Some colleges do that, other colleges don't. And we also find that some colleges don't even do Game Changer, they do it after the game. And depending on where you are, I've actually, if you can't find Game Changer at 5 o'clock in the morning, we're often Googling and there's some local radio stations that actually call the college games. Okay. And then it gets done on Game Changer later.
Yeah, I didn't mention about the radio station. Yeah, some clubs actually have a radio broadcast, which is quite colourful.
It is. Yes, yeah.
You're hearing the ads for the local car dealership.
Well, we're just going to have a look at that one. Oh, wow. Yeah, he's probably right. He's got like a millimetre on track zone. So Howie struck out, and we have a 5-3 ball game. And stay with us, because there's a lot of baseball left here. There's a fly ball and the first out of this inning. And that was Russell, the lead-off, who just flew out there. Brings up Tui Amosa. And Mark, I do believe Jai, your younger son, is actually quite academic. Would that be right?
Well, I've only got one other kid to compare him against, and that's Jake. And Jai's an outstanding scholar compared to his brother Jake. So, but how he is against everyone else, I'm not too sure. But he certainly
He has completed his HSC, yes?
He has, yeah. He finished last year.
Okay, so what's he doing at the moment? Is he working or?
No, he's just preparing to go to college. And obviously the first preparation was to get committed, which he's now done, and now it's all about some hard work in the gym, some time on the baseball batting cages, and just getting ready to go when be his best self.
Yeah.
He will go to Florida with Ben in a pre-college tournament. It's in June, so that's a really good way to prepare for the season as well.
And I'm assuming he's having winter off, won't be playing any winter ball?
No, given the fact he's going to be in Florida for at least 6 weeks with Ben, and then we'll go and see Jake for a couple of weeks. It wasn't fair to put him in a winter team and take a roster spot away from someone who's going to be there for the whole season.
Yeah, well, I had a thought, and this is just a thought, and we're getting off track here, and it's going back to State League in New South Wales, and it's going back to the State League competition, where, as you know, it's a wood and bat competition, and so it should be. It should be wood. I agree. Now, when a kid aged 17 commits to a college, they're not swinging wood unless they're going to Arizona. So a lot of people don't realise they're back on a metal BB Core bat. Now, this is just in my view, it takes a kid 6 months, sometimes longer, to adjust. Travis Bazzana was maybe an exception, but he started working with the metal bat well early. And what would your thoughts would be if something like, if once you've actually signed your contract to go to a junior college, if there was some sort of leeway for those boys to swing metal in State League?
That's an interesting concept. The only preparation that Jai's done in terms of metal bat is he's had one now for about 4 months, I think. So he has been swinging metal in the cages as well as wood. I don't know about that.
I think there'd be a lot of people against it, there'd be a lot of people against it. But we found that we probably compounded the situation where my eldest went and played Summer League, which was a wood bat. So he's come out of Summer League with a wood bat, and like a week later gone into college with the metal bat. So the preparation there is a bit different. With the Summer League is like the graduation out of college before you sign or go, and it is always wood bat.
Yeah, look, it's no different, I suppose. Young kids coming out of senior league baseball in their last year of juniors swinging metal, going into a wood bat tournament. It's no difference, just the other way around. They adjust. It just takes a bit of time and a bit of practice.
Yeah, so for those of you tuned in and not fully aware, all of the NCAA is metal bat, BB Core. Is BB Core in all junior college, with the exception of one of the regions in Arizona that do swing wood, and that's the only exception. There was just one region, I believe.
It's always surprised me that those guys up to 22, 23-year-olds are still swinging tin. To me, that's quite dangerous.
Yeah, well, that's why we wind the clock back to 15 years ago when they weren't BB Core. They were high-powered bats, and that's when the injured pitchers were getting injured, and there was quite a concern, and they actually made a metal bat that's the equivalent of a wood bat.
Yeah, whilst they say it's the equivalent of wood bat, I still think there's a lot more pop in a BB Core than it is in wood, let me tell you.
Yes, more than likely. I probably tend to agree with you there. And we still have a 5-3 ball game. There's a runner on second base for the Kiwis. It's well, yeah, with the tin bats, I guess you don't break them as often.
Yeah, well, they're expensive to replace, let me tell you. But that's a good thing, I suppose. But nevertheless, it's just interesting that college baseball is the pathway through the draft to into the professional baseball ranks, and that's when they start swinging timber. You'd think that would be better preparation for those guys swinging timber through college.
Yeah. Now, your eldest, he signed via the international free agency. Is that correct?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he's an international free agent. So, as I said, I think back in those days, I think the signing period was July, and he started getting offers pretty much that night. I remember being out at Blacktown in Sydney, he was doing some high performance training, and I was getting phone calls from scouts making offers on his baseball career, which was all bit fast for my liking, so it just needed to slow things down a bit. But it does happen very fast.
Yeah, that international free agency as Southie has rung up on a pitch that looked like it may have got the outside corner, and we now have 2 outs with 2 runners on in scoring positions. This game's getting exciting. Yeah, there is a salary cap on that. Is that correct?
Yeah, it is. I think it's around the $6 million. It varies by club. Like there's been some clubs that have overspent their salary cap, and there are some penalties imposed on some of those clubs that have done that. But in general, yeah, it's about a $6 million cap. And that, and you've got some guys that are signing, pretty close to that market. So it doesn't leave a lot of money in some clubs for a lot of others. But they have wound back the minor leagues, and they're starting to wind back the Dominican Summer League, where a lot of the South Americans that sign spend their first couple of years in the Dominican Republic. Most of the clubs down there are winding those teams back from 2 to 1, which obviously reduces the amount of kids that are signing. And then you've got the rookie ball. There used to be an advanced rookie ball league, which is now being disbanded, and also short season A. So there's less people available to be signed in general now, because there's less teams. And then you've got the winding back of the draft, back from 40 rounds to 20 rounds.
All right, well, we're learning a lot here today talking to Mark Byrne. And just on when Jake did sign, he did go over to the academy in the Dominican, yes?
Yeah, so the Cardinals don't have an Australian or Asia Pacific scout, so they first saw Jake at the Under-15 World Cup in Panama. And unbeknownst to us, he went onto their radar. They saw him again 12 months later in Florida. And at the time, I was approached by the international scouting director, who said, would Jake like to come down and trial, or work out, I should say, not trial, but work out in the Dominican Republic for a week. And so we jumped at that opportunity. They flew him down there. He did really, really well. And by the time he got back, we were negotiating a contract for him from signing. Okay. And then upon signing, they sent him back there for 3 months.
Wow.
So, yeah. But Jake was smart enough while he was still at school. One thing he did excel in, apart from maths and English, which he wasn't that great in, he was very good at Spanish, and he's now a fluent Spanish speaker. Oh,
well, that's excellent.
It certainly helps when you got, particularly in rookie ball, 80% of your players are South American and speak very little English. So he's lucky that he can converse with all his teammates, whether American or South American.
All right, well, that just concluded that inning. We're talking with Mark Burns here, and with a 2:30 start time, we're just looking at that. We've got another 26 minutes, maybe 21 minutes in this game. So we're going again, on the look of it. The Emus, well, we're not going again. The Emus have got to play the bottom of the inning, and it's got to go. Yeah, the scoreline is 5-3 in favour of the Emus. And stay tuned, we'll be back shortly. All right, welcome back. We have, that looks like Napier in the box for the Disco Emus. And Napier has doubled earlier in the game. He's 1 for 2. Oh, same hit, and it's over the left fielder's head. And that's another double. Is he coming? He's coming. Oh. He's got himself a slippery nipple. That ball was hit to nearly the same position he hit a double earlier in the game. And we now have Yeomans, who's coming to the game at first base. And I think this is his first at-bat. Don't know a lot about Yeomans. I can't. Coming to the game for Jesse Toon, and they've moved the infield around. Blake Gooding's gone to third, and of course Yeomans is playing first base. Now we've been talking here with Mark Burns. I just got one other question for Mark before he leaves us, and it's been great to have you here, Mark. Did you ever play baseball?
No, I was a traditional Australian kid growing up back in the 60s and 70s. You know, my two sports were cricket and rugby league, and both my kids haven't played either. So I don't know what I've done wrong.
What position in league did you play, Mark?
I was a second rower.
Love it.
Can't you tell by the build?
Yes,
Short
love
and
it.
fat. In those days, anyway.
Well, Mark, thanks for your time. It's been great talking to you. Hope you have a great weekend, mate. Wishing both your boys the best of luck in the next year.
Andy, appreciate it. Yeah.
And say hello to Sue for me when you see her.
I will. I'm sure she's listening.
Okay. Well, shout out to you, Sue. Cheers, Mark. There's a bunt from Yeomans, and he's beaten it out, but Napier's stayed at third. He's retreated. He got halfway down and went back. I think he would have made it, but cameraman Stan.
Big crowd here, mate. Big noisy crowd here.
Okay, that brings Osher up. Yeah, I think they score that as a single for Yeomans, and I'll have to ask cameraman Stan. I'm not a scorer, so I don't know the rules of scoring. Single. I don't know the rules of scoring, but if you bunt it and the pitcher picks it up and he chooses not to throw it, that the runner may come home, sometimes it gets scored as a fielder's choice because he chose not to throw it. Have you ever heard of that one, Stan, the cameraman?
I think it might depend on the score at the time and their interpretation.
Yeah, their interpretation. I've seen a game where two kids come home and scored, and the pitcher chose not to throw it, and they scored it as a fielder's choice because he chose not to throw it. And not a hit, but that one was scored as a hit, and rightly so. Rightly so. Osher batting in the 9-hole. Is it Osher?
No, this is McIntosh.
Sorry, we're back at the top. I'm well behind. It was Yeomans that's up in front. McIntosh Walsh gets a walk, and we do apologise. Blake Gooding, the third baseman, is up. Oh, Gooding drives one. Gets under the third baseman. Emus rounds third. He's coming home. There's no play. There is a plate. They've got Kai McIntosh Walsh. He's out. Gooding's out, but not before some damage got done. He's out, advancing to second. Oh, look at the camera angle here. Wow. Hey, Stan the cameraman. What a job. He's followed that play sensationally. We're into our third game. We're into our 7th hour of Stan the cameraman working the camera angles. And he's followed that last play phenomenally. So Gooding's out on a single, but he scores a run. We have a 7-3 ball game in favour of the Disco Emus. And there is 14 minutes left in this game. With 2 outs, we may be going again. Ground ball to the shortstop. Across the diamond. And don't go anywhere. We'll be coming out for another inning.
Top 7. Score. The home team's up.
Some interesting stuff going on with the software that runs this thing. Yeah, if we go in and try and have a little bit of calibration, this week's we have to set up with like we'll back up and running. Won't be exposed to that. After that innings. Young bloke, apparently. The other night is
Okay. Disco Emus are 3 outs away from a victory here. Been some great baseball. We have Ledger at the plate here for the Kiwis. Romero throwing some gas, 84 miles an hour. Todd Romero is one of the younger boys in these two teams.